The hidden horrors of Osoaviakhim, midnight knocks and smuggled secrets. What if your door burst open at 3 a.m., not with thieves, but Soviet soldiers wielding machine guns, demanding you pack your life in hours for a one-way ticket to the unknown? What forbidden diaries reveal the terror of families torn from beds, herded like prisoners onto rattling trains, all to fuel Stalin's insatiable hunger for Nazi ingenuity? Operation Osoaviakhim wasn't just a Cold War footnote. It was a pulse-pounding saga of betrayal, isolation, and defiance, where brilliant minds became pawns in a game of shadows. As we peel back the layers, prepare for tales of heart-stopping escapes, fatal shocks, and whispers from behind the Iron Curtain that could rewrite history. The Night of Terror, raids that shattered lives. October 22nd, 1946, the date etched in infamy. Under the cover of darkness, following rigged elections to distract the world, Soviet forces unleashed a coordinated blitz across East Germany. Telephone lines severed, public transport halted, and 92 freight trains idling like beasts in the night. 19 agents, led by the notorious Ivan Serov, mastermind of mass deportations, used stolen keys to slip into homes without a sound, catching families in their sleep. No warnings, no choices. "Get up! You're being mobilized to Russia," barked interpreters as submachine guns glinted in the lamplight. Picture the chaos. In Bleicheroda, unusual military bustle hinted at doom days prior, but with phones dead, warnings died unspoken. One Zeiss designer clutched his chest upon hearing his fate, collapsing in a fatal heart attack amid the frenzy. A Dessau specialist bolted hours before, vanishing into the shadows, but his colleagues weren't so lucky. Over 6,500 souls, scientists, wives, children, were crammed into cars, their belongings haphazardly thrown aboard, bound for a frozen exile that violated every Allied pact. Protests erupted from unions and parties, but Soviet denials and brute force crushed them, leaving the Allied Control Council in stunned adjournment. A stark contrast in post-war fates, Western recruitment versus Soviet executions, highlighting Osoaviakhim's brutal edge, whispers of the abducted, raw accounts from the front lines. The human toll? Gut-wrenching. Take Fritz Karl Preikschat, a lone engineer roused by intruders. They had a key. There was one interpreter who told me, "Get up, you are being mobilized to work in Russia," and there were about half a dozen soldiers with machine guns who surrounded me. When I wanted to get to the toilet, they checked it out first. It was a very tight operation. Held captive for 6 years without contracts or papers. His story echoes the isolation of thousands. Kurt Magnus, a gyro expert, painted the scale. 20,000 Germans, fitters, foremen, families, plucked from cities like Halle to East Berlin, loaded onto those ominous trains snaking through Frankfurt under Oder. Some resisted, like Ferdinand Branner, interned in Moscow's infamous Butyrka prison before shipment to Sharashka, secret GULAG labs where innovation met incarceration. Under intellectual quarantine, they were barred from sending diaries or documents home, under threat of Siberian doom. Yet some dared to defy. If these first-hand horrors have you riveted, imagining the fear in those midnight moments, subscribe to our YouTube channel for more exclusive deep dives into history's darkest operations, packed with rare archives and reconstructions. Helmut Gröttrup, key figure in Osoaviakhim, captured in a moment that belies the turmoil of his Soviet exile. The Rocket Wife's Forbidden Diary, Irmgard Gröttrup's eyewitness saga. No account grips like that of Irmgard Gröttrup, wife of rocket pioneer Helmut, who smuggled her diary through the veil of secrecy. Her words drip with dread. During the raid, could these be the same officers who not so long ago had tried, with a courteous smile, to make the reconstruction of our experimental station palatable to us? Down at one point, simply to be free for a moment, I tried to get out through the back door. Impossible. The barrel of a gun, a broad face. Niet. Arriving in Moscow, luxury masked the trap. A 6-room villa, their German car shipped over, even a chauffeur, but freedom, a illusion. The cattle market of assignments turned colleagues into bargaining chips, with ministries haggling over tools and talent like spoils of war. 20. Then the nightmare relocation to Gorodomlya Island. Once again, we are faced with the nightmare of moving. They are making a tremendous drive to transplant everyone to an island near the source of the Volga. Helmut has gone with them. He did not want the idea to get about that "it's the boss that's sending us away." Witnessing a missile launch in 1947, she captured the awe and irony. A Soviet-German rocket soaring, born from stolen dreams. A Soviet rocket blasts off, a thrilling testament to the forced genius extracted during Osoaviakhim. Espionage twists, from atomic shadows to prison labs. Beneath the surface lurked deeper intrigue. Trophy commissions snatched atomic wizards like Gustav Hertz early on, funneling them into Stalin's bomb race. Resistors landed in Sharashka, clandestine facilities blending lab coats with chains, where breakthroughs came under watchful eyes. Salaries soared higher than Soviet peers, but so did surveillance. No passports, constant guards, strikes met with exile threats. Helmut Gröttrup's team replicated V-2s, launching 11 tests at Kapustin Yar, igniting the R-1 missile, but at what personal cost? The haunting aftermath. Returns and reckonings. Exile averaged 5 years, with repatriations spiking after Stalin's 1953 death. Gröttrup defected west in 1953, inventing the smart card. Others, like Brynolf Bod, built GDR jets. But scars lingered. Secrecy oaths, silenced stories, families fractured, and the GDR's industrial woes left many jobless. Osoaviakhim boosted Soviet space leaps, yet its human wreckage questions. Was the star's price worth the souls? These unearthed terrors only scratch the surface. What other diaries hide in classified vaults? If your pulse is racing for more espionage epics and declassified dramas, subscribe to our YouTube channel today. The next revelation could change everything. Don't miss it.